Welcome to Bite Size Dental Marketing. Today I have Sarah. Sarah, thank you so much for jumping on.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure.
Sarah runs our content and she's the one who represents our brand out there in the internet. So from the content from the site to our social media, Sarah runs point on that. Sarah, I wanted to segue in from that to I wanted to talk about the role of social media on prospective new patients. And, as we think about their journey, what role does social media play in that?
So, a lot of dentists think of social media as a means to gain new patients, and they will invest and not necessarily see the return. But we like to consider it as just a piece of the puzzle when a patient is looking for a new dentist. It's part of the new patient journey. So, when you're looking for a new dentist, you're searching Google, you're looking at the reviews, you're checking out the website, and then you'll most likely click over to their social media to see kind of what's going on behind the scenes and like who they're all about and what you can expect when you become a patient there. And so if you come across a social media profile that's either just blank or has a lot of stock imagery, it's not any more convincing to that patient to call you as if you were to land on their page and see all this behind the scenes, photos, videos of the team and what goes on at the practice and how their personality is. You can make that connection, and then you're much more likely to pick up the phone and schedule that appointment than if you just came across a blank page. So it's just part of the overall picture when looking for a new dentist.
I think you're onto something that I find the best dental strategy for new patients is to make sure you have good reviews, make sure you have a great website. And you're right, I don't think social media drives a ton of new patients, but I do think that they use it as part of their due diligence in the practice. I like what you said there.
Dentistry isn't about going viral, like it's local. So it's not about going viral, reaching all these people and getting all these views. It's you want to resonate with the people that are looking for a dentist like you. You want to connect with people in your area. It's not just about having the coolest videos or like hitting all the trends. You want to keep it local and keep that mindset.
I think it's okay that they're funny, but I want them to be a good dentist first.
Exactly. Exactly. Not a TikTok star.
To your point, I want quality care. I want an office that's fighting for me. I want an office that's celebrating their employees. I want an office that has good retention, that cares about their patients more than I want a funny dentist.
Exactly.
How do you feel about the obligatory Mother's Day post and May the 4th force be with you and the floss day? And how does that content hit you when you go to a page?
Yeah, we've all been there. We always tell our clients that consistency is what's important, but it's also what you're putting out there. We really like if you're going to post a May the 4th be with you thing, like let's not do a graphic, let's not do stock photos. Let's like do something with the team that's fun and engaging that shows the actual practice and not just like some facade that you can't make a connection with.
I have an internal conflict and I want to know your opinion on it. We do charity now and again. Now, how do you feel about posting those to social media? How does the end consumer see it? Does it cheapen what we've done? Because now, we're putting it out there.
That's a good point because we've all seen some of those viral videos of someone going around town with someone filming them, like giving these handouts to homeless people, and it just gives you like this weird, like this eerie feeling of like, why are you filming this like act of kindness right now? It's just for the clout, right? So
Hmm.
there is a little bit of that makes it that you want to be considerate of. But I think when it comes to like a business or a company, I think it's I think it's okay to share like if your team is going out as a whole and volunteering your time to a good cause, I think that's a great thing to share. I think it just is about the intent and not being showy.
I love the cultural aspect of it, and I think that I agree.
Yeah.
I like to know about it.
I just came across literally a couple hours ago, scrolling through our pain-free Instagram. One of our clients just volunteered at a local shelter, and they, posted some photos and talked about how great it was to bond as a team and like take the afternoon off and give back. And I didn't think twice when looking at that post. I just thought,
Mhm.
oh, that's so great, like that they care about that as a team, and they took off some time to do that together. Like I didn't even think twice.
The irony is, I want a dentist who gives back. Compassionate capitalism is important to our company and our culture.
Hmm.
I want a dentist who shares that, but if they don't talk about what they're culturally doing, I would never know, so I don't get the opportunity to connect with them.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't share, then how, like, no one's going to know. So I
Hmm.
feel like it's better to share than to not. Like, put it out there. I mean, there's ways to do it where you're not boastful, you're not braggy, you're not showy. It should be about the team and about your culture.
What are some of the events that happen in the year of an employee's life that would be worthwhile to post about?
Yeah, you can celebrate all kinds of things, like whether it's their work anniversary, if they're getting married, if they have a big life event, if the teams go into a CE event, anything where they're doing additional training, you can highlight anything that you're doing as an office.
I like to see events personally. I
Yeah.
like to see the offices go to CE events. I like it even when they have someone in the building because I think it hits on two big points for me. Number one, it hits on they're engaged in CE, and
Mhm.
that gives me a nice social validation that I'm going to a place. But number two, it I get to see the people that I'm going to see when I walk in the office, and I think that's really powerful because I think part of an important part of social media in the new patient journey is knowing what you're getting into, either via social validation or seeing the team. And I like scrolling through someone's feed and seeing that they take care of their employees because in my head, I perceive a company that takes care of its employees as a company that also cares about its end, patients or consumers.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. And I know that CE may be something that not all people are aware of, like what that is and what that means. Um, so I think we've seen some clients that will post about their team going to CE events and explaining like why they value it so much. So I think that's an important part of it because if you just say, "Hey, we're going to a CE training," like, okay, cool, what does that mean? So I think it's important to explain the meaning behind these events and why it's important for them as the team to go together and to learn and to improve so that it directly impacts the patients that are going to be seen by them. Yeah, I think as long as you're consistent and you're posting, it doesn't have to be anything highly produced. Just share your day to day, show your personality, and that will go a long way.
Sarah, thank you so much for your time today. And that wraps up your bite of dental marketing.